Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you for joining me. Today I'm bringing something more of like a guide on how to use Kill Squad Hogs. So we're over here on War Whales. Again, if you're looking for a clan for your Town Hall 13, stop by our Discord link. It's in the YouTube description. It's also here on screen. Stop by, apply. We'll get you in there for a tryout. Come play with the best players in the game. But we're going to be looking at this recent farm war we just had. Not the best bases, not the best clan, but that's what happens when you spend, 30v30 breakdown at random times. You get farm clans. But some still very valuable information gathered here on types of bases that you might see that a lot of people don't like to attack. And what I mean by that is, let me go ahead and start bringing up these bases. I believe it was Ked that I'm looking for. Yep, base 15. So base number 15, Ked, who is our Kill Squad Hog guy. Very skilled with this attack. It was one base in CWO war that we went through, and we looked at Lando's video. Shout out to Lando, very knowledgeable player. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel as well. He did a recent video on this, and I'm just kind of highlighting some more thoughts on it. But we did an attack like this in the CWO war, and it ended up working out very well. And ever since then, Ked's just been smashing these bases. So immediately what I see on this base for Kill Squad Hog at Town Hall 13, you have enemy king, enemy queen, CC. All this stuff in this compartment is very valuable. It's 4 ground expos, 2 scatter shots in a Town Hall. Bomb tower, bomb tower. So this is one of those kind of trolley legend kind of bases where they're trying to mess you up by loading the top with SAMs and traps, and it would just be very difficult to get a queen charge going in here. No way a queen survives that 12 o'clock area without some serious spell and troop investment. So Ked's going to ignore all that. This army works almost every single time on bases like this. And let me go ahead and describe why it works so well. So you can look on the back side of this base. We know the top side is very, very difficult to deal with. So we're just going to ignore that. So let's cut everything out of the top and just don't look there for a while. There is very good hog pathing through this lane that we've just created by cutting off the top of that base. As you can see, there's nothing out here that's going to pull your hogs out. Unless there's Teslas, of course. I mean, there's always a chance of Teslas, but on bases like this, Teslas are almost always at 12 o'clock, 99% of the time. So the only thing in this entire bottom section that is a threat to your hogs on a Kill Squad Hog is 1, this eagle, and 2, this Royal Champ. The reason why the Royal Champ does a lot of work, same thing with enemy king or enemy queen, just one of the heroes that's not the warden. Warden adds a lot of value, but those 3 heroes in particular need to be dealt with. And if you can get all 4 on your kill squad, always go for a Kill Squad Hog. But the reason why is because an RC can, 1 or 2 shot a hog, and if you let that RC stay alive for 10 seconds, you're going to be missing, 10 hogs. And the reason that kind of peters you out is obviously 10 hogs take damage the entire time they're on the field. So if you lose 10 of them to the RC, you lose 3 more to the single infernos. You got 13 hogs. Now you started with 28. Now you're down to 15. So very important to make sure you have a plan for those heroes if you are dealing with them inside the base. If you're dealing with 2 of them, like an RC here and a queen here, use a hybrid or miners or something else. Don't use hogs. It's too much investment to ask your Royal Champ to kill both of those heroes, because then you're losing value on your Royal Champ. So use miners, use hogs with miners, use something else. But you can deal with one of them. Now, Ked's going to recognize that this base up top is very difficult to deal with. So he's going to bring a ton of tanking. He's going to use a siege barracks. He's going to bring everything in from 12. And he's going to try to jump his troops to access this town hall. He's going to have Yetis and heroes, and warden, ice golems, wizards, P.E.K.K.A., all that stuff, all with the intention of going in here and clearing all of this out. CC is going to be a pain in the butt. It's almost always a hound or something like that in these situations, but he's going to get a very deep push. Unfortunately, on this attack, he's not going to get the Town Hall, and I'm going to show you how he adjusts on the fly to make it a 3-star. Another thing that we're going to look at for hog raids, and you'll see this more in the second attack, is possible giant bomb locations and spring trap locations. So if I was a base builder, and I was expecting someone to hog from this direction, these are the areas where you could possibly put a spring trap to be effective. Now, you're not going to get all the hogs with spring traps here, so you're going to have to play with them during base testing, putting them up on the corners. That's probably where it's going to be most effective. Nothing behind, because their hogs aren't going to path directly here. So there is no spring trap location here. You do have one here. No spring trap location here. You do have one right here. These are all giant bomb locations, but no spring traps. And again, on the other side, it's mirrored with the spring traps, but no giant bomb locations there. So knowing that there's no giant bomb locations that are really detrimental here, I would still use a heal because you're dealing with the wizard tower going into another wizard tower, but you know that your hogs aren't going to just poof and evaporate. Down here, you're going to want to heal because you have so many spots for giant bombs. You're going to want a nice deep heal just to cover all those locations. Plus, you're dealing with a multi-inferno and enemy RC. You're going to want to keep your hogs as topped off as possible going into that back end. And then on this inferno compartment, again, no giant bomb compartment. So if I had to use all my heals coming just through this part of the base, I would still feel confident that my hogs can clear here, because the only thing that would be there as a surprise would be maybe a couple spring traps that would have to be placed perfectly to end my attack, and skelly traps. So that's kind of what you're looking at when you get really in depth with hog planning. Another thing that you want to make sure that you're doing on your kill squad hog hits is timing your hog drops to try to keep your heroes alive. So my heroes are all getting in here, and I got a bunch of Yetis and maybe a couple here like wizards and stuff walking this way. You don't have to wait till they die. Start your hogs. Get them going, because the longer you can tank all this stuff, the more cleanup you'll have coming around the base. Mass hog kind of attacks are very prone to time fails. So the more troops that you can, and it also works in a way of distracting defenses off of your hogs. If this Expo is shooting this way, Scatter shooting this way, this Wizard Tower shooting this way, and I start hogging, I don't have to worry about anything shooting my hogs in here from this direction. So get them started early, get a good strong push in the base, and then get those hogs going. All right, let's see how you tackled it. Again, Warden on this base, or on this attack, is going with the kill squad. So no Warden for your hogs. So we're going with 2 rages, 2 freeze, jump, and 2 heals. Gets the CC lure. It's a witch and a hound, probably the worst CC for it. Gets that bomb tower down. Doesn't get this one. Not a big deal though. Siege barracks down early. Pekka and King tanking everything. Poisons down. Gets a nice rage for those Yetis. Everything's just crushing the top right now. Early tome. Look at that. 1 spring trap for a Yeti. I'll take it. Got 4 more. King ability goes off. Gonna start clearing everything. Got another rage. Yeti start heading into the base. Expo's going down. Scatter shots going down. Triggers tornado. Queen's picking everything off. Baby Dragon somehow made it. Oh, spoke too soon. And this is the point where things start to go wrong. Now, he had Yetis in the slammer. In the siege barracks. Kind of up in the air between what you want to use. I mean, Yetis aren't a bad idea if you can get them in the base quick enough. But at this point, these Yetis are kind of wasted, because they're just going to follow this trash ring. And the queen looks like she's going to survive. And this town hall is not going down. So if you would have had maybe hogs to come in here, maybe it would have been better. Maybe some witches, because they're better than the Yetis are doing this part of the attack. But just figure out what the base requires from you and go with that. It's really kind of shooter's preference on that. But yeah, town hall's not going down. Yetis didn't clear far enough down this side. So RC is going to come in like a champ and deal with that. Now, what this means is he is not going to have his RC with the hogs to deal with this. And you're going to see how powerful that enemy RC is when she stays up for too long. Hogs come in. Now let's look to see if any spring traps go off. Skelly trap. Caught 3 hogs there, right where we thought they would be. 2 hogs there. So yep, he planned for that. Now let's look at all these giant bombs. RC does come in and is now going to help with these hogs, but let's just pay attention to this group here. Enemy RC is going to kill so many of them. Look at that, boom. 3 down, 4 down. No giant bombs. Very, very big base build. Terrible spring trap. Look at that, no giant bombs, no nothing. Hogs are safe. You know, 2 giant bombs on there would have ended this attack. Let's see how many spring traps come here. 1 spring trap. So again, when you're building these bases to try to defend hogs, make sure you're testing your spring traps as hogs pad through. You definitely can waste. Your base can get triple by hogs just because you have really bad spring traps. And you can always force a defense on a kill squad hogs or a queen charge hogs or mass hogs by using proper spring traps. So I'll get more into base building in another video, but spring traps are key to hog attacks. The next example we're going to be looking at is going to be coming from my man Janice. So Janice, again, this is much in the same. We're looking at all the heroes, well, all except the RC, 2 bomb towers, 3 ground expos. Oh, let me just back out and go to the base. Base 26. Sorry about that. All right. So hero, 2 of the most important heroes to get through on a hog attack, king and queen, plus bomb towers, 3 ground expos, town hall, expo, warden, wizard tower, all that jazz up top. Probably a bunch of traps and all that craziness up top. So again, very difficult top end to deal with, and the best way to deal with it is not a queen charge because your queen's just going to die, but you can get a nice solid jump, get a bunch of Yetis, your P.E.K.K.A, your wizards, your king, nice, 2 rage spells, get nice and deep, poison spell covering everything. And let's say that you clear all the way to here. Okay, so that's the plan for the kill squad. I think everyone here can generally understand what I mean by kill squad. And you're going to see it's pretty much the exact same comp that Kid had. So we're going to look at the hogging part because that's always that's where the skill really starts to come in. So we're going to go ahead and mark that all this goes down to the kill squad. Now this pathing is a little bit wider than 1 heal will cover. So your scatter shot's going to be picking a direction, and those hogs are going to be taking damage before everything's in this heal. But that's okay. You could bring a free spell, especially when you're looking at something like, an Inferno tower that's set to multi, and a scatter shot, and a wizard tower. I mean, pretty bad base building here. But more importantly, what you need to notice on this base is the lack of spring traps and giant bomb locations. So let's go take a look at exactly where the spring traps could have been really detrimental, and let's count how many spots in his base there are for spring traps in general. No spring trap, no spring trap, no spring trap. So 1 possible spring trap for all these buildings. 1 more possible spring trap, no 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 spring, no spring, possible, possible, possible. This area right here could ruin your hogs if you had spring traps down there. But the fact that I can cover this whole area with a heal for all my hogs, and I don't have to deal with spring traps, and if you look at this base, I also don't have to deal with any giant bombs on this bottom side. There's no possible spots outside the infernal compartments which will be healed anyway because they have a scatter and a multi-inferno that a giant bomb could be. Now, there could be giant bombs in here. Most likely, they're by a Tesla farm, either at 12 or at 6, somewhere in that area. But I would assume that all the giant bombs on a hog raid are going to be in these compartments here. And for some reason, people think that it's a good idea to put giant bombs in a compartment like this with the Eagle, but it's not. But you could fit 3 giant bombs there. I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually where they were. I didn't take a look at this, but now I'm looking at it. That's probably where they are, either in this Eagle and then probably 2 here, 1 or 2 here, maybe something in here. But spring traps are really what are going to ruin your hog attacks. And recognizing how compact this base is, I mean, you're almost looking at like a perfect E-Dragon base as well. But Janice is going to show us how he gets it done. Always paying attention to the fact that keeping all your hogs in these heels, not dealing with an enemy hero until you get here, and you'll have your royal champ. So like I said, if you only have to deal with the royal champ or the queen or the king with your royal champ, then you're not asking too much. When you have to deal with 2 of them, then you need to start looking at minors and stuff, because your royal champ just will not be able to end on one of those heroes if they've already passed through, 2 of them. So if you only have to deal with 1, you can do it. Ideally, kill them all with the kill squad. If you have to deal with more than 1, don't do it. All right, so let's take a look, see how Janice did it. This time he's only bringing 1 rage because everything is packed up at this 12 o'clock area. 1 rage can get him covered. So he's going to start off with his baby dragon here. Loon baby, break that funnel. Probably siege barracks at 12. Break the other side of the funnel. Ice golems down first, of course. Yep, there's those Teslas. There's that siege barracks. King goes down. Now this king's going to clear a lot here with these wizards. Very, very nice job. Gets the Yetis down. Queen, Warden. Didn't even use his king ability yet. Everything's taking the jump. Gonna deal with these ice golems. Nice deep, deep rage. So he gets all the way to this eagle. Everything all the way up to the eagle is gonna get in there. Wizards over here, making a nice funnel. Keeping everything in the base. Warden ability. Now, look at these hogs. Remember what I said on the last one, get your hogs in early to support. These ones are coming out of the siege barracks, and then boom, everything in here is shooting this way. His hogs are coming here. There's that early freeze we talked about. Heal covers everything in that compartment. Now let's look at all the spring traps that don't go off. Nope, there's a giant bomb right where we thought. Queen's getting the eagle. No spring traps. Still hasn't hit a single spring. There's a giant bomb that we thought. Still has a heal. Queen's over here getting this inferno. Gonna also get the scatter shot. Doesn't even need this last heal. Royal champ ability. And I mean, base is just smashed. So you're not gonna see these kind of bases most likely in something like a CWL war or MLCW or one of your more experienced leagues. However, you will see some of these in like an ESL 5v5 tournament where someone's just trying to throw you off. Your SCWLs. So if you see bases like this, you should automatically know I'm going to kill squad hog this base. There's going to be bases in your CWL wars where people pack all their heroes in front of a town hall. It's up to you to figure out, look at those giant bombs. I knew they were there. But it's going to be up to you to find out how to get your Yetis and your heroes in cheap enough to deal with that and still have good hog pathing. So I think we've identified pretty clearly the criteria for a kill squad hog. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Trying to get really in depth with some of these guys. Very good attacks coming from Ked and Janice. Really, really like how we deal with those bases. We've been getting really proficient at that. So any clan that runs anything like that against us, you're giving away a triple. Messi is also very good with the kill squad hogs. So big shout out to those guys. Keep on crushing it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Maybe y'all are planning attacks together. Maybe you do SCWL together and you see a lot of these bases. I'm telling you, 99% of the time, this attack will work if you execute it correctly. Again, and the video plug for my wife. Thank you very much for all the editing, all the hard work, and all the support. She's actually building me a Twitter right now, so I'll have a Twitter link for us. But yeah, everyone give her a big shout out in the comments. Really appreciate it, baby. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next video. Take it easy.